Hey, what's going on, guys? It is Hershey back here, bringing you guys a brand new video, and today I'm here with my 2016 PC build. Starting off with my build, we have an Intel Core i7 6700K KM or 8M Skylake, my bad guys. Quad core 4.0 GHz. We have an LGA 1151, and it's a pretty good processor. Keep in mind here, it is a K series, so you can overclock if you want to. So that is the pretty much heart of the build. And yes, it is a bit pricey. That's going for $350 on Newegg.com, so it definitely was a bit pricey. The next part of the build, we actually have the cooler. Now, you guys want to have a cooler. Now, most processors come with a default one with it, but this one, we actually got an external one, or a different one per se, but it is a Cooler Master Hyper 212 Evo. It's a CPU cooler, clearly, but it's pretty nice. It actually is good for overclocking. It actually isn't that bad. It was a little bit of a pain to set up, but yet again, it's really, really good, and it's actually a pretty popular CPU cooler. Now, the next thing is the motherboard. We actually ran an MSI Gaming Z178 Gaming M5 LGA board. Now, this one actually, I was a little hesitant in buying it because there's a lot of bad reviews of it being DOA, which means dead on arrival, but it actually turned out to be really, really good. So far, there isn't anything bad about it. I actually kind of like the way the board performs overall, but it is pretty good, and it is MSI, and MSI is really good for gaming. The next thing is the RAM. The RAM, we have an HyperX Fury 60GB, 2 chips, so 8x8, and that would go up to 16 gigs total. It actually is pretty good. Now, 16 gigs you don't have to have. You can definitely get by with 8 for gaming, but just for this being my first PC build, I wanted to go above and beyond and make sure I had enough. 16 gigs is definitely enough. Yet again, if you have video editing, a bunch of more gaming, you might want to upgrade it in the future, but with this build, there's plenty of room for you to upgrade things in the future. The next thing is the storage. We have a Western Digital Blue 1TB desktop hard drive. It's actually really good. I actually kind of like this one because it's 1TB and it's actually at a pretty reasonable price. It is only $54.99 on Newegg.com, so the pricing's really good. It is 1TB, so you have plenty of storage for your files and gaming. Yet again, like always, most PC towers have enough room for you to install SSDs and more hard drives, so you definitely have more room in the future to install more. The next thing is the power supply. We're running a Corsair CX Series CX600 watt. It is at 80 plus bronze, and yet again, like always, 80 plus bronze, so that's kind of the rating on it. There's gold, silver, and bronze. Bronze was on the little lower side. Yet again, it actually wasn't that bad. I don't know why it's rated at a bronze. For it being 600 watts, it actually was pretty good. No issues with it yet. I actually kind of like the way it performs. It powers up everything completely fine. Yet again, when you do make a build, you want to make sure the wattage is at that certain level in which it can power everything. But for this build, it powers everything fine. No issues at all. But yeah, for it being a bronze rating, it actually is pretty good, and I will put this in the description below if you guys want to check it out, but it's a pretty good power supply. The next thing is the operating system. This isn't really hardware, it's software, but anyway, it is part of the build if you want to actually go on any operating system and play your games and stuff. So we have Microsoft Windows 10 Home 64-bit. It doesn't get really any easier than that. It's Windows 10, and of course, I mean, who wouldn't want Windows 10, you know? Yeah. For the tower, we have a Deepcool Cantonment Red ATX Mid Tower. This case actually was pretty good. Yet again, there were some cons in installing the hard drive. We actually had to chip away at the hard drive holding case because it didn't fit the adapter wouldn't plug in all the way, so there are some cons in this. You would definitely want to refer to the reviews on this one, but yet again, it actually was pretty good. There was a couple of fans in there already pre-installed, and there's a nice LED light on the front of the case, so this definitely is a really nice gaming PC tower. Yet again, you have a clear side casing, so you can see your nice build, or unless you have crappy power management, which it really won't be good looking. Okay, last but not least, and is kind of the embarrassing part, is the graphics card. We have an NVIDIA GeForce GTX 960. Yes, 960. This is actually a pretty low-end card. Now, yet again, it isn't that bad. It's $200 on Newegg right now. I know it isn't, top of the line. You're not going to be running 4K in this, but yet again, it can do 1080p 60 frames per second gaming. Yet again, with that, you can max out pretty much all settings you want. I actually played this on Smite and got over 150 frames per second. Yet again, Smite is not as a fast motion game, but even playing some of the highest games out there and most of the newest current ones, you can actually get max settings at a pretty good frame rate with this graphics card. Now, this might not be a GTX 1080, but clearly, 1080p gaming is perfect for this graphics card. Yeah, you might not get 2K or 4K quality out of it, but yet again, for 1080p, you definitely are getting a pretty nice graphics card. Well, that's it, guys. All the parts I just mentioned are the current ones in my PC build. If you guys want to learn more about the parts, I'll have them in the description below. All the different parts details will be on Newegg's site, so I'll have that in the description below. Please try to give this video a thumbs up. If you have any comments or questions, please put it down in the comment section. I would love to hear what you have to say about it. Anyway, thanks for watching. Please click that like button and subscribe, and I will catch you guys in the next video.